Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be okay. It's gonna be a good, good life. That's what my therapist said. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be just fine. It's gonna be a good, good life.
Secrets Aura Cozumel. Let's go. Let's do this. Oceanfront Preferred Club. I'm actually just seeing this for the first time. We're seeing this together. The sun isn't even up yet. For a Cozumel beach, this is pretty incredible. These views are actually quite spectacular. I got here yesterday, and I had an interesting arrival. I'll have to fill you in on that kind of throughout the day. Just ordered room service. I'll have to fill you in on that. Went to bed, and I'm up early because we have 48 hours to do this entire property. There are 4 pools. This beach looks amazing. I don't even know what the nightlife or entertainment is going to be like, but it's a secret. It's Cozumel. It's got to be special, right? So the sun isn't even up yet, but we're going to take full advantage of these next 48 hours. The weather is supposed to be perfect, literally. So I'm off to breakfast right now. I'm off to like Ocean something. It's for Preferred Club only. It's the exclusive Preferred Club breakfast. Let's get that going, and then we will go from there. This is Secrets Aura Cozumel. So after an extremely ambitious morning, I could not get out of bed. I should not have gone back to bed, but once I was in it, I could not get out of it. Just got done with the coffee shop, a couple cappuccinos, so I'm feeling good right now. Coffee shop open 24/7. That's huge. I've been there a couple times already. I'll be there probably a dozen more times over the next 48 hours. I love the 24/7 coffee shop. As of right now, it's about high noon. There are 4 pools here at Secrets Aura, and I think I'm going to try to hit all 4 of them today. So we have the elusive lobby pool. You don't see this too often. In fact, it's extremely rare, mainly because it's nonsensical, which is why nobody is here. When you have 4 pools, one can be completely absurd. This is one of those. It could serve a purpose, maybe for a party, an event, an overflow pool, or maybe just a spot to find something different. But the lobby is a hive of activity. It is a complete serenity zapper. So it doesn't really surprise me that this pool doesn't have a lot of action. I did have a Tres Colores. It was muy delicioso. 3 pools left. I'm going to get going. I still have the activity pool, the main pool, and then the exclusive Preferred Club pool. I think the big question about the Secrets Aura in Cozumel is the property worth $600 to $700 a night? Because that's what it is. The non-oceanfront room, the room I originally had booked, was $600. This one is $700 for the oceanfront. For Preferred Club, is it twice as good as the Westin because it's twice as much? That really is the question. Of course, there's still a lot of property to see. I have 2 dinners at the 2 best restaurants, some nightlife, some entertainment, a couple more pools. There's still a lot of property to see. I'm gonna take a siesta. Hopefully by the time I wake up, these clouds will be gone. It's now finally just dawned on me where I am, and I don't think this is a secret. I think that they must have misspelled the name, or I got dropped off at the wrong spot, because I'm pretty sure I can't be paying $700 a night for something that I can get in the middle of northern Wisconsin for free. Like I can turn on Larry the Cable Guy for free at full volume in my room. I don't need to pay $700 a night for this. Like the Preferred Club pool looks like the infield of a NASCAR race. Like this is the Preferred Club. Like the people who paid extra for the premium service and the class. And like, I don't want to sound rude or condescending or anything like that, but there's a time and a place for everything. I thought this was Secrets, like one of the most prestigious all-inclusive brands in the world. There is nothing prestigious about that pool. If you want to see a bunch of 50 and 60-year-olds act like they're 15 and 16, go check out that Preferred Club pool. This is ridiculous. I can't even get a nap in. Like, the crowd here is so interesting, and I don't like judging the crowd. I think it's unbecoming, and I think that it's condescending. But this just isn't what I signed up for, and I feel bad for 50% of the people here because they're looking for the same thing I'm looking for. They got duped into what I got duped into. This is supposed to be a Secrets. And This is like not even a Ryu. This makes the Ryu crowd look like the St. Regis crowd. Like, hotels aren't perfect. I'm not paying for perfection. At a Secrets at $700 a night, I am paying for excellence, but I'm not paying for perfection. So, like, if the air conditioner is leaking, which it is, or if my room isn't ready, even after 3:30 or 4 p.m., okay, like, I'll let it go. But when all these things start adding up, I'm just like, this is not good. I'm going to go to dinner to Bordeaux, I think. It's the classiest restaurant here. I got to throw on a collared shirt. And I'm going to continue this trip, but this is not an easy one. Sometimes I can get a little cranky when I am short on sleep and food. Absolutely when I'm short on both. I stand by everything I said yesterday, for sure. But today is a brand new day, and I want to try to make the best of it. The weather forecast for today is literally perfect, so hopefully that's a good omen. I'm off to go check out the regular breakfast buffet right now, and then after that, of course, we have to check out the beach. We might continue the pools, if not have a brand new pool day. We'll see on that. I definitely have to have a dinner somewhere. And then in the evening, I want to check out some of the nightlife, entertainment activities. This property is so lovable when it's still. I wish it was more like this all the time, but it's not my property. It is what it is. Secrets Aura, it's my last day here. Let's go. So that coffee shop is an absolute game changer. It's by far the best part to me about this property, just being open 24/7. In case you don't like the food or your sleep schedule's off, you need a jolt of caffeine or a quick bite, that is the joint. Coffees are really high quality. I like the cute little carrying handle on the to-go cups. So I'm going to audible. I think I'm going to save the breakfast buffet until the end. I hear it's nice, and I actually went the wrong way this morning, so it's on the other end of the property. I'll get it tomorrow morning. Let's go back to the Preferred Club specific breakfast place, Oceana. I really enjoyed my breakfast there yesterday. The views are beautiful. The food was high quality. The food here in general is actually really, really great. I'd say fantastic. My dinner last night was better than any meal I had at Westin. I stand by everything I say about the Westin food, but this meal was next level in terms of quality. Westin has way better variety of food, more menu options by far, but in terms of food quality, last night's dinner was excellent. So the food here is definitely a standout, definitely a bright spot. I'm gonna head over to Oceana, and then we'll get our day started. So what's the definition of insanity? You know the answer. It's doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Do you think I would have learned my lesson from yesterday? I got a late start, I missed a lot of the sun, and we all know what happened. Today, late start. It's not my fault though. The maintenance people were here for 2 hours fixing this AC unit. It was leaking water everywhere. This has been a really frustrating trip. I haven't filled you in on everything. I'm gonna try to at some point, but I've shielded you from a lot. This has not been a very luxurious experience. Nonetheless, the sun is still out. It's about high noon. The water is crystal clear. It's like glass. This is maybe the best water I've seen in this entire area ever. And I just looked outside the Preferred Club pool, and it is busy, but not nearly as busy and loud as yesterday. I hope that obnoxiously loud, chaotic, ratchet crowd is gone. I'm sorry you were. There's a time and a place for everything. I would be mortified if I was a couple in this room for their honeymoon or anniversary, which most people are, and that crowd was right outside my door. I would be furious. Anyway, I will digress. Positive vibes. Let's get this last afternoon started. All right, lots of thoughts. I'm gonna try to keep this quick and concise. Firstly, I know a special beach when I see one, and this beach is hyper special. This is some of the most majestically beautiful, awe-inspiring waters I've ever seen in my life anywhere, on the channel, off the channel. The water here is profoundly stunning. Maybe life-altering, actually. I would have never expected to see water this beautiful here. The water is crystal clear, it's glass-like. You can see all the way to the bottom. There are some dirt spots, that's why it looks a little brown in some areas, but that's just a testament to how crystal clear the water is. You know, I haven't seen a lot of value in Preferred Club up until this point, but it's definitely apparent at the beach. The Preferred Club stretch is much larger, it's much more spacious, more private, better sand, roomier, better service, better loungers, better in every single way. So if you are about your Cozumel beach action and you're coming here, you definitely want to take advantage of Preferred Club. You know, I'm a staunch pool person. I'm not the biggest beach guy, but I have to call it like it is. The beach here at Secrets Cozumel is where it's at. Secrets has 4 pools here, they claim, but I'm not sure they have one legitimate pool, because the first one is a lobby pool, that really doesn't count. And then the 2 main pools are kind of just overflows based off the swim-up suites that are next to them. So I'm not really sure there's a legitimate pool. Now, one cool thing I saw at the last pool, the main pool, the people with the swim-up suites on top of the hill have water slides, and they can take the water slides down to the main pool. They go right into the swim-up bar. One guy went down from his room, took the water slide down to the swim-up bar, got a couple drinks, and brought him back. I thought that was super cool. I've never seen that before in my life. I do want to go check out the Preferred Pool again. I'm not too excited about it based off yesterday, but I do want to give it another chance, and I want to see what it's like 24 hours later. I'm told that the crowd here is very Saturday to Saturday, and that's true at a lot of all-inclusives, but apparently it's amplified here. Like, this is a big Saturday to Saturday crowd, and he says it's like that all the time on Fridays. I have a hard time believing that's true, but if it is, I would never, emphatically, ever come back here on a Friday. I'd say the same thing if that was an Excellence property or any other upper echelon elite, supposedly elite all-inclusive. There's just a time and a place for that. And I really do feel bad for the people who paid a lot of money for these upgraded rooms here, who are here on anniversaries, honeymoons, or whatever, and had to put up with that. It's too bad. I discovered why I could not find the buffet this morning, and that's because it's not on property. Secrets does not have a buffet. That is extremely disappointing, especially for the price tag here. There isn't a gym either, and I'm not even sure there's a spa. All of those are located at sister properties, and I just looked at the restaurants, and the Italian restaurant is closed. There's only a few restaurants on site, and the second most popular one is closed on a Saturday. It's just extremely disappointing. This property has some things going for it, but also has some huge flaws. Oceana is a nice contrast, a very different yet parallel experience to the French restaurant. Of course, it's going to be a bit more laid back, casual, approachable than the French restaurant, but the food quality was right there. That's probably my favorite venue, my favorite place overall on this entire property, whether it's a sunrise breakfast in the morning or a sunset dinner in the evening. The way that the sun kisses the sand, the way that the dock extends deep into the blue ocean waters, the wildlife with the iguanas and the birds, the awesome service, the sensational cappuccinos, and of course the delectable food. That is one of the spots to be at, if not the spot to be at on this property. The food is definitely a silver lining here at Secrets Cozumel. I never would have expected to be talking about silver linings. The food is something that you can definitely take solace in, that it's going to be sensational. I did order room service, by the way, my first night here. The only way it was a letdown is that the variety. There were only like 5 things to choose from, and that's with Preferred Club. So the variety is definitely lackluster, but the food quality, it was excellent. In fact, I ordered one of the same dishes that I ordered at the Westin. I think it was like the seared tuna or something like that, just to compare the two. It was definitely cooked differently, but it was right there, if not better. It was, for room service, all-inclusive food, it was pretty divine. This property has some things going for it for sure, but my experience, the experience that I had over these 3 days, unexpected. And I'll just leave it at that for now. So I'm gonna walk over to the coffee shop, get a little caffeine, get a little bite to eat, and then I'll see you in the morning for a wrap up. You know, it's amazing what 2 cappuccinos and 4 sugar bombs late at night will do to your sense of curiosity and adventure. I indeed ended up going to the late night lounge last night, and it's exactly what I thought it would be. After walking by it a few times, I kind of had it pegged, and yeah, it's exactly what I thought it would be. But I always like it when there is a late night spot at an all-inclusive, and I especially like it when there's a late night spot dedicated strictly towards adults, and that's what was going on here. There was a DJ in there, lots of space. There was a main room, back room. There was a bar area, full bar setup. Given the right night, the right crowd, the right DJ, the right vibe, it could definitely turn into something. Or if anything else, it's a late night spot just to get a drink, which again, I could appreciate. So I'm up early because I think the buffet might be on site. I keep on getting conflicting information. No, there isn't a buffet here. Yes, there is a buffet here. If it's on site, if it's on property, I'm gonna find it. Either way, breakfast of some sort is happening. And then after that, coming back here to wrap things up here at Secrets Aura, Cozumel. I can see why I was getting conflicting information regarding the buffet here at Secrets. There is one, there isn't one. You have to go up to Dreams. What's the deal? Well, the deal is it's kind of all true. There is one, but it's microscopic. It's actually pretty forgettable, so yeah, you probably should go up to Dreams. It's probably worth the walk. The one here was minuscule. It's even smaller than the one at Amelia, which is saying a lot. No Secrets buffet should ever be inferior to Amelia one, but the one here in Cozumel certainly is. So this stay did not go as planned, quite the opposite. I think that's probably the understatement of the year. What I want to do is I want to go through some things that happened to me that went wrong. I typically don't like to make the videos about me. I'm typically talking about things or concepts or the hotel. I'm not a me person, and some things that happen to me may not happen to you, and I typically try to give the hotel the benefit of the doubt. So I try to just dismiss it because I don't want to make the entire video about that and put a bias on the video. But in this instance, there are some things that happened to me that started piling up. I want to talk about those, and then I'm going to talk about some things that are categorically wrong with this hotel. I'm going to give you the positives, and I'm going to tell you what I really think about this Secrets property. You probably already know. Okay, so first of all, the room was not ready on time. Name any other business where you can be late, not deliver, simply cancel a product, and the customer still is stuck with you or has to pay full price. Hotels, airlines, and doctors. They're a special group. Secondly, I found the staff at the Preferred Club to be cold and standoffish. And I can't remember the last time I've criticized any company's service. A lot of people love that exquisite, exclusive service, and that's probably why you're coming to Secrets. I'm not the biggest service person. I have no problem making a reservation on the app and get my own towels and waters, but I found the staff at the Preferred Club to be cold, standoffish, sterile. The air conditioner was broken. These things happen, but it just starts compounding things. So when it came time to fix the air conditioner, I wanted to make sure I was in the room for that. That took a couple hours out of my day. And then lastly, this is a little thing, but there wasn't a do not disturb sign. So when I get into the room and I'm tired and I want to take a nap, you know, sometimes they send people by, whether it's the minibar people, the housekeeping people. You wouldn't think that they do, but it's actually quite common. So I had to make one for myself and then put it on the door. And then eventually I was able to find one and track one down. But Just something that's really small, but considering everything else, it was extremely annoying. There were a few other things that went wrong, but I'm gonna speed up this video. Let me get to some categorical detriments of Secrets Aura Cozumel. The first one would be the food options. They are extremely limited. There are only a couple restaurants on site. Also, the room service menu is extremely limited. Again, I found the room service food and all the food here to be excellent. I'll talk about that later. But for a room service menu, preferred club secrets, only like 4 or 5 options. I think that is beyond regrettable and certainly beyond reproach. Also, the evening activity entertainment options, the nightlife options, pretty much non-existent. I don't think there was a dedicated entertainment show every single night. Also, the nightlife was sparse as well. You have the nightclub, which is cool, but that is it. Privacy is a huge one. I talked about the rowdy and ruckus crowd, which I have no problem with. Even at Secrets, at a brand like this, where it's supposed to have some class, some serenity, and tranquility, it does happen from time to time, but it shouldn't happen right outside your door, especially when you're paying for a beachfront room, one of the most expensive rooms on property. This oceanfront room is right on top of the preferred club beach, and there's no privacy at all. A lot of people on the beach and walking by can see directly into your living room, which is a little bit of a scary thought. At every other Secrets experience, when I upgraded to preferred club, I was assigned a butler. I rarely use them. Again, it's not my style. I'm very self-sufficient. I like to make my own reservations. So not having a butler isn't a big deal to me. And plus, I always end up tipping whether I use them or not. So I'm able to save a little bit of money if there isn't. But I feel for preferred club, $700 a night, there should be a butler assigned. I'm gonna leave it at that. I could continue to go on and on and on. This just wasn't the best experience. It happens. I really wanted to love this property. It's the #1 property in Cozumel. I came here over a weekend on purpose because I really wanted to relax and enjoy it, but it just didn't work out. I mean, such is travel and such is life. In terms of the positives, I think the #1 is the food quality. It is, for an all-inclusive, it is excellent, it's outstanding. Secondly, the beach. For Cozumel Beach, it is phenomenal. I would have never expected to get this type of a beach experience in Cozumel. And lastly, the name of this property is Secrets Aura. And it does have an aura about it, at least in terms of its vibrance, its beauty, and its colors. This property is stunning. This is one of the most beautiful places I've ever been in my entire life. The way that the sun hits the water and the sand and the palm trees, this specific area of Cozumel is extremely special. For $400 a night, this property is pushing it a little bit. At $700, it is completely ludicrous and disappointing. With that being said, for a Secrets property, it is a 2. There are some redeemable qualities, there are some silver linings, but when you go to a Secrets property, you are not looking for silver linings or redeemable qualities. You're looking for an unforgettable, excellent, top-class, first-rate experience. And that is the exact opposite of what I got. It is the #1 hotel in Cozumel, but I'm scratching my head why. It is egregiously overpriced and the experience is egregiously lackluster.